Well, got my Eonon, I think it was yesterday, and debating on installing it. I'll tell you why in a minute. But so this is the Eonon ga7150a, which is the new one. It's supposed to be faster. Came with the installation manual, user manual. Actually came with one of these pry bars, which is nice, the plastic cam bus, a couple wiring harnesses. I gotta figure out which one goes to which, or for my car. Mic, GPS antenna. I did get the OB2 sensor, which will be nice. Screen protector, screen wipe. I did notice that some of the older models, the RCAs are actually wired in, so you have to shove all this behind the deck into the dash. This is separate, which plugs into the back of the deck, which is nice if you're not using amps, which I'm not. It's all stock for the most part. I'll show you where everything plugs in. So everything plugs in back here. You can see all the different connections depending on what you're going to use. So the reason why I've been debating on installing this is I ordered the aftermarket camera, the ones that go into the back trunk lid light. This was a pain in the ass to remove, so it actually goes in the light. Got all this removed. It didn't really fit very well. You can run the lights through the back of this when this is off, and there's a hole that they usually will fit through. Reason why is so the light that comes on the new camera has a 2-wire system. This is a 3-wire system. I didn't feel like cutting these wires and trying to figure out what the extra wire is for. I'm not a genius when it comes to wiring, so that's why I didn't install it. Plus, again, it didn't fit. I've seen people glue them in and use screws to hold them in. That's just not me. I like to have a clean looking car, close to OEM as possible. So yeah, that's why I didn't install the camera. That's why I've been debating on installing it. I'm thinking about, they do sell these cameras that don't have lights on them, that are square. I was thinking about drilling a hole right here, running the wire under this gasket, sealant, whatever you want to call it, weather stripping, and running the wire up next to this one. There should be plenty of room. And then running the wire through here, that's where that thing sits, and running it through the trunk lid and all up in there, and come down into the wiring harness and go from there. You would think that BMW would do better at cutting these slots out. As you can see on this one, it's really bad. It took me forever to get that trunk lid grip out. It doesn't quite fit out of here. I was afraid I was going to break it. So that's why I've been debating on installing it, because I just don't want to have to pull everything back out again. So I said, screw it. Let's start it today. So I got the first trim piece off on this side. Everywhere there's a red spot, that's where a post goes. So it's better to pry from there so you don't break it. And then this last post actually holds in the next trim piece that goes around the deck over to the column. So this one you don't have to worry about because it's already out because of this one's off. That one down there was a pain for me next to the steering column, because you can't really get in from the side because the steering column's in the way. So, but I ended up getting off. Took me some time. I was afraid I was going to break it. Didn't want to break it. Ended up taking out this screw and this screw over here. Take the deck out. Careful taking the plug off of it. As you can see, mine doesn't. It comes out to about there, which is pretty even with everything, but you can break them. I chipped mine. Hopefully it doesn't mess with anything. Took the 2 screws out for the vent. Haven't pulled that out yet. Did pull the AC unit out, heater unit. I just went in from behind and pushed it. It came out pretty easy. This plug that's on the back of mine has a bar So you got to loosen this bar before you can pull that one out. There's one other one that's just a pull. It's a little black one. And then the other two, there's a pin you have to push in to pull. All pretty easy. Remove the bottom screws, and that's where I'm at now. So I'll get back with you guys on later on in the next steps. And I apologize, this is my first video, so if I'm messing anything up, you guys don't like it, too bad. Alright, later.